Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are rebuilding the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the 15th overall pick in the NFL draft. This could be the 14th pick as well. Don't quote me on that one, but yeah, we're rebuilding the Buccaneers with the 15th pick in the NFL draft. Obviously, the Buccaneers can use a lot of things, but the most mocked pick I've seen is them drafting an edge rusher. So we'll most likely be doing that, but we'll see as free agency and this rebuild goes on to see what we actually do need heading into the draft. But to see if anybody retire for this team, so we did have Jason Pierre-Paul, Levante David retiring. I don't know if Levante David will retire in real life. I'm going to assume not because he hasn't yet. So unfortunately, we'll be without long-time Buccaneers running back Levante David in this video, which kind of does suck. I don't think he retired yet in real life, but yeah, we might be drafting a Mike linebacker as well. We'll see. But we have $68.9 million in cap space to work with. And the big storyline this offseason for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is the contract of Mike Evans. What's going to happen with Mike Evans? With how it's going right now, it seems like he might be joining a new team for the first time in his career. He said he's open to playing with a new team. He said he's open to playing next season anyway. There were some retirement rumors about him. He shut those down, really quick. Mike Evans still a really good receiver. I think he can help out a receiver needy team that use a number one guy. And well, what it's looking like right now, it seems like Mike Evans might leave the Buccaneers. So we'll see if that ends up happening, though. I think Tampa Bay will gladly like him back, though, if they got the opportunity. But it seems like he will test free agency. He won't be franchise tag. But Jamel Dean is a good cornerback that I think I'd like to have him back. So Jamel Dean are going to offer him a nice 2-year deal, and he will stick around. Clyde Cansey, I don't know if they'll accept the 50-year option on this in real life, but I think I'm going to do it. Defensive tackles are really hard to find, man. Rachaad White, it seems like he won't be back with the Buccaneers. Cade Otton, I think we'll get a better tight end there. Logan Hall, Christian. But yeah, I think we'll probably let the rest of these guys go, honestly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and simulate to free agency. Receiver becomes a need, obviously, after the departure of Mike Evans, but he still got, Mecca, Buka, Chris Godwin, so it's not a terrible receiving core, Jalen McMillan. But here's how the team was looking like heading into free agency. So you got one of the best tackles in the NFL in Tristan Wirfs. But the other offensive line could use some work. I believe we got Cody down here as our right guard. So we have a starting right guard. We have a starting right tackle. Tackle positions are great. So offensive line actually isn't this bad. We have a starting right guard, right tackle, left tackle. We have a starting center. All we probably need is a better left guard. But honestly, this O-line is not bad. O-line is not the problem with the team. This is a really good offensive line. Some guys are just injured. Obviously, tight end becomes a need now. And then, got Baker Mayfield, obviously. Didn't have the best season, but I think we can all agree he was injured. Got Bucky Irvin. Hopefully he can be back and be the healthy guy we all know he could be. Chris Godwin, Ibuka, Jalen McMillan. I don't know what's going to happen with Chris Godwin either. I think he'll stay. Got Vita Vea. We got Antoine Winfield, Tyke Smith. Like I said, edge rusher is still a need for this team as you can see right now. So we might be doing that. Also, could be drafting a Mike linebacker. I haven't taken Arvo Reese yet, so if he falls, but I think he's probably going to the Jets, so we might not do that. I already plan on rebuilding the Jets with Arvo Reese, redoing that rebuild because we took Dante Moore before he went back to college. Cornerback room is great, so defensively, only thing we probably need some better pass rush. Other than that, I really like it. All right, so heading into free agency, I only have 2 offers here, trying to build in the trenches here. So I'm trying to go after DJ Reader. He'd be a great defensive tackle for us, at least for one season. Offer him a 1-year deal. And then Arnold, just in case you don't draft the edge rusher, I think he'd be a solid starter at least. We are going to get the both of them, so Reader and Arnold should be great additions. Mike Evans went to the Texans, interestingly enough. Okay, I don't think they're really the team that could use him. I think the Bills, the Ravens, one of those teams could use him. But, interestingly there. But, so we went ahead and added some trenches helps. Like I said, we went after. So tight end becomes a need, probably draft. So we got DJ Reed and Arnold on this defense. I'll most likely still draft there. Mike linebacker or something I do want to, draft as well. So I like our defensive tackle room, honestly. So I was hoping Nakobe Dean was here. I don't really look at it too much. Was he here? He was here. So we could go after Nakobe Dean, still 25 years old. Somebody I was looking at. But I think I'll just draft a Mike linebacker. CJ Allen could potentially fall to us. I don't want to spend all my money quite yet. We don't have that much money to spend, obviously. Then trying to get this team back into a contender. This team is still really good. They 100% could have won their division. That division was not the best this year. I think with my first round pick, CJ Allen is somebody I was looking at. He is on the board. I think he's going to be our first pick here. So CJ Allen, welcome to Tampa Bay. He'll be our starting Mike linebacker, rating number 18, draft him at 15. He will be a great Levante David replacement. With my second round pick, I'm going to go ahead and take Joshua Josephs. I heard, good things about him, so I think he'd be a great pick here. So Joshua Joseph is going to be ranked number 76, draft him at 47. He will be normal dev. Damn, that sucks. So I don't know if he'll be a starter right away, then he's normal dev. Why is he only normal dev, man? And on my third round pick, we need a tight end. So Oscar Delp is going to be the pick here from Georgia. Going to be ranked number 106, draft him at 79. He'll be hitting dev. So, I'll take the pick. He has 87 speed, the tight end. Does that usually happen? But I'll take the pick, and I will see you guys in the lineup heading into year number 1. Season, we're 84 overall team, 84 offense, and 85 defense. So there's a ton of talent on this Buccaneers team. I think we should be a playoff team. So offensively, we had Oscar Delp, and that's basically it. I feel like our offense is actually pretty good. Cody is still about 8 weeks coming back, so he'll be back mid-season. So hopefully Clean can at least hold that right guard spot. We got Luke. We got Barton, so we got Ben, and we got Tristan Wirfs. So I don't hate the O-line. Like I said, defensively, this is where we probably need probably some help here. So he went ahead and added CJ on. They drafted me a will linebacker in Torrey, New York. I guess he was better than Dennis, so I guess Torrey, New York will be the starter. So we'll have 2 new linebackers coming in. Got Yaya Diaby, Arnold. We could still start Josephs, but I guess we'll roll like this is fine. He wasn't. I wish he was hidden depth. Then he'll be a starter for us. But Tyke Smith, Zion McCollum, we got Jamel Dean and Jacob Parrish, Vita Vea, DJ Reader, Elijah Cansey. So can't be mad at this by any means. Specialist slot cornerback at Jacob Parrish. Slot receiver is going to be Chris Godwin. So yeah, I do really like this team. I think Baker had a really good season. It might be a little bit different without Mike Evans, but I think we'll still be fine at the end of the day. This is a really good team, so I expect this to be a playoff team. Hopefully, we exceed these expectations. All right, so we did make the playoffs at 11-6. Do we win our division? Yes, we do. So we won our division at 11-6, which is great. So we bounced back, top the NFC North as well. So that's incredible. Offensively, we're 13th in the NFL, which is good. Defensively, we were 11th. Okay, that's pretty good. Baker Mayfield had an okay season, nothing crazy, but 26-13 is something I will take. Rushing, Bucky Irving, 1,206 yards, 5 touchdowns. Looks like this playbook involves running the ball a lot. As Mike Washington Jr. got 14 touchdowns as well. So, yeah, okay. Receiving, Chris Godwin, 1,352 yards, 13 touchdowns. Him as a receiver, 1 played okay. Emeka Egbuka only has 630 yards and 2 touchdowns. That is definitely disappointing. Jalen McMillan having more yards than him is disappointing, but I guess it's whatever. Defensively, CJ Allen looks like he had a bunch of tackles. Sacks-wise, he got 11 from Vita Vea, 10 from Yaya Diaby, 8.5 from Arnold. So pass order is actually pretty good. I'll give it to him. They stepped up. Interceptions, we have 4 from CJ Allen. So he came in immediately, led the team in picks. 3 from Zion McCollum, 2 from Tyke Smith, 2 from Jamel Dean, 1 from Dennis, 1 from Parrish, and 1 from Antoine Winfield. So we will be going home to play the Green Bay Packers, the 13-4 Packers. So we'll see if we can get it done. All right, so like I said, we'll be in Tampa Bay against the Green Bay Packers. So we'll see if we can take them down. So far, it looks like we do a pick or something happened. I don't know, but we're gonna get a field goal. They're gonna go 14-3 now. So we're gonna fumble the ball. That was not a good first half at all. There's still room to come back into the game, okay? We get a pick from Parrish. We got to score off this interception. And we do, 21-18. I'm going to trust this offense to hopefully, maybe get us down a field goal range or something. So what are they going to do? They are going to lose the game. We got stopped on 4th and 6. I see that. So maybe I should have hopped in. I don't know. We had a chance to come back and win this one, bro. But I really thought we were going to get it done without me. But I guess we couldn't get it done. What happened at the end of that game? By the way, because what happened in the game in general, because we had a couple turnovers I've seen. Baker Mayfield had an interception, Jordan Love had an interception, so I guess it's even there. We barely had any passing yards, so the offense just was not good. So maybe that screams us to change the offensive playbook. I don't know. What happened at the end of that game? Because I know for a fact that we could have potentially came back into this one. So I'm looking at that completely wrong. We have to look at the highlights if I can click the right thing. So highlights and what happened at the end of that game. So why do we run the ball on third and okay, this is really dumb. I don't understand this. So we threw it away. Okay, Jalen McMillan first down. We ran Mike Washington Jr. 3 times in a row. We ran it on 4th and 6. Bro, this offensive coordinator needs to get fired. Do you guys see this? We didn't even give the ball to freaking Bucky Irving. What is this? This is disgusting. Yeah, I definitely won't be letting the CPU play again as the Rams win the Super Bowl of the Raiders. So Fernando Mendoza led this team to a Super Bowl in his rookie season as Emmanuel Forbes wins Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts wins MVP, Pete Carroll. I guess this would be Clint Kubiak winning Coach of the Year. Devontae Smith, Offensive Player of the Year. Byron Young, Defensive Player of the Year for the Rams. Offensive Player of the Year went to Jeremiah Love for the Cardinals. So that's interesting. You usually see him on the Chiefs, but no, the Cardinals took him this time as Gabe Jaquez wins Rookie of the Year for the Tide, Defensive Rookie of the Year. But Todd Boyles, would he be fired at this point? I don't know. We had Xavier Scott and Pat O'Donnell retire, but we can head straight into resigning stage as we have $80 million in cap space. So Baker Mayfield is a free agent, so he's down to an 81 overall, 32 years old. I think I still like him back. Vita Vea is a free agent, so this is going to get expensive, 100%. So let's start off with Baker Mayfield. I mean, I would like to have him back, but if I have to choose a team between him and Vita Vea right now, this might sound kind of crazy, but I would much rather just want Vita Vea back. Like, we can't lose our defensive tackle. So I'm going to make sure we extend him first before anybody else. Vita Vea is number one. I mean, we'll accept the fifth-year option on our center, Graham Barton. Diaby he was got I believe 10 sacks. He was pretty good. I think I like him back, Cody. So we have to worry about Baker Mayfield though. What do we want to do about him? We don't have enough money to even bring him back. So yeah, this is gonna get tough. I think we prioritize quarterback over probably Yaya Diaby and Cody and other guys. So let's get to maybe freeing up some money. He's gonna be expensive, man. I don't know. This is gonna get tough. So let's see. Okay, Luke, I'm not gonna cut him. We can save 22 million by cutting Chris Godwin. So don't be surprised if we do that. We can cut 7 million by cutting our left guard. And then we start off with that. So Ben, I appreciate your time in Tampa Bay, but we probably need to get a better left guard anyway. So we'll release him. We could save. So do we want to cut or trade Chris Godwin? I think if we did do it, we might have to trade him and not lose him for nothing. I don't know what we're gonna get for Chris Godwin. I don't think he's worth the third round pick. So maybe we do is release him. So I think I will probably cut him. We're not gonna cut anybody else here. So yeah, maybe we get some better receivers anyway. Maybe we draft a receiver. So although he's superstar dev, it would really suck to lose Chris Godwin though, man. He had a good season for us too. I don't think we can just cut him like that. All right. I think that should give us no way to re-sign Baker Mayfield. Would this be worth it though? That's the big question. I don't know. We'll have to think about this. He's gonna stick around, so yeah, that's fine. I guess we won't have enough money for anything else. We'll have to probably draft. Losing Cody sucks. Can we just afford him like $5 million? Can we afford him to buy us a little bit? No. So we prioritize Baker over basically our depth, but I don't know. Maybe that was dumb to do. I don't know. We won't have any money to do anything though. So oh man, maybe we shouldn't have did it. But okay, offensive line needs to be. We need to get some guards in the building. So yeah, definitely go that. Oscar Delp is star dev tight end, so that's fine. CJ Allen is superstar dev, so he was pretty good for us. Arnold is up to star dev if he wasn't already. I forget. But okay, I think this offseason we prioritize this guy Roberts is up to 82 overall plus morale. So I mean morale boost is definitely doing as good as you can see right now. But I think what we prioritize once again edge rushers and our guards, definitely offensive line. But what money do we have? Like I don't know. We could have went big this free agency. Almost every single free agent had interest in us too, bro. Like getting Linderbaum and move him over to guard or moving one of those guys to guard would have been great. Tucker Kraft would have made this team better. Maybe even Joey Bosa. Man, Maybe we shouldn't have re-signed Baker, but we're gonna give him probably one more chance. I think there's an out in his contract next year. I want to say there is. We could restructure. I completely forgot we could restructure some contracts. We could do that if we want to. But let me see. Baker Mayfield. Yeah, we could save 41 million if we cut him next year. Wait, this is the release penalty. The salary cap is. So maybe we can save money. I don't know. I'm gonna assume we can't, but we'll see. I might restructure contracts. Let me see something. I think we gotta at least try to go after one of the best offensive linemen here in Tyler Linderbaum. So we're gonna try to do that, and then we'll see if this will just make the protection around him better. So we'll submit the offer, and he does end up choosing us. We got Linderbaum to go over to Tampa Bay. We did restructure, Tristan Wirfs' contract to make this happen. That's all we need to do. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna move probably Barton over to left guard or right guard, whatever. It doesn't matter too much. We'll probably move over to left guard. But we'll go ahead and do that. And then, yeah, I think this will make our offensive line better. I think this will 100% make our O line better. So Graham even goes into an 80 at guard. So maybe he's a better guard anyway. So we'll take that. And all we need is a right guard in heading into free agency. And then, like I said, if this year doesn't work out, if let's say we miss the playoffs, Baker is as good as gone if we have a high release number that we can save. So I think we prioritize defense once again. Maybe we draft a defensive tackle, but I'm definitely going to prioritize getting an edge rusher here and then a guard. So I feel like this team almost had the starter everywhere, just trying to build this team with barely any money, but it's definitely working. Hopefully Vita Vea doesn't retire on us because he's definitely getting older. With my first round pick, I'm going to be selecting Cam Franklin. We lost Yaya Diaby, so I think it makes sense to draft a replacement. Going to be ranked number 21, draft him at 23. He will be a great edge rusher for us. And with my second round pick, I'm going to be taking Naziah Hunter here from Nebraska. He's going to be ranked number 80, draft at 55, okay? And he's going to be hitting dev. He also has 95 speed, so he should be a good receiver for us, so we'll take it. I'm going to be taking this offensive lineman and moving him over to right guard. So Austin, he has a bunch of A's, hoping he's good. Ranked number 145, draft 87. He's normal dev, but he will be a starter for us. Nonetheless, he will be protecting Baker Mayfield for at least a season. We'll see what his overall is. So I think we should have a pretty good team this year. We have a starter in every position. So I'll see you guys in the lineup heading into year number 2. Heading into the season, we're 85 overall team, 87 offense, and 84 defense. So here's how the lineup is looking like. Obviously, we were able to add Tyler Linderbaum. I'm going to move this Austin guy over to right guard. He's 74 overall tackle. So he should be like a 75, 76 overall guard. Hoping for him to be a 76 overall right guard. This is a huge change from over to left tackle all the way over to guard. Okay, he'll be a 74. That's fine. So we'll definitely take it. He'll be a great starter for us. So online is probably looking complete as ever. Got Oscar Delp. We got Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving, Mark Washington, Mecca Buka, Chris Godwin, Hunter. I'm probably gonna move him over to receiver 3 since he is the hidden depth guy. And then defense. We got TJ Allen, we got Arnold, we got Cam Franklin, we got Tyke Smith, Antoine Winfield, Jamel Dean, we got Vita Vea, Elijah Cansey, Roberts, and we got Zion Johnson, Jamel Dean with Jacob Parrish, Benjamin Morrison. But yeah, I'm liking this a ton. Specialist slot, cornerback will be Parrish, slot receiver will be Chris Godwin. I'm going to put Hunter as slot receiver 2. Just in case he just doesn't get it for some reason. He'll be a slot receiver 2. And then say if this year goes wrong, man, I think we got to figure out a way to move on from Mayfield. I do like Baker, but if this doesn't work in Madden, we might have to move on from him, but I hope that's not the case. I really do. And made the playoffs with the exact same record at 11-6, so that's great. We did win the NFC South once again. We tied with the Falcons. Offensively, we were 8th in the NFL. Defensively, we were 5th. Okay, so top 10 in both categories. Baker, 4,000 yards, 24 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Bucky Irving, another great season from both these running backs. Chris Godwin still doing it at his older age with Ibuka, Hunter, so we'll take it. Defensively, sacks-wise, we had about 10 from Vea, 8.5 from Arnold, 7 from Joshua Josephs. Franklin with 6 sacks, and then interceptions. We have 4 from Dean, 4 from Parrish, 1 from McCollum, 2 from McCollum, 1 from Allen, 1 from Morrison, 1 from Winfield. So that could have been a little better there. But in the wildcard round, we got the Seattle Seahawks. So hopefully we can make it past the wildcard round. But this is going to be a tough matchup. All right, it's actually a bit of a snowy game here, or is that rain? That is rain. Okay, so snowy game here in Tampa Bay, rainy game in Tampa Bay. My bad. Did we miss a field goal? I think we did, but we're still up 3-0. I mean, the defense is playing pretty good. I mean, okay, fumble recovered by Jamel Dean. That's great. We're gonna get a field goal out of this. So, we do a pick, and now it's tied 6-6. So been a bunch of field goals. We finally scored a touchdown. They'll score a touchdown. We score a touchdown. We're gonna go up 20-13, and they're gonna tie it up with just 21 seconds left. Okay, now I'm gonna hop in. Either we're gonna be going to overtime or we're gonna get a walk-off field goal. I don't think Chase McLaughlin is my kicker. I think I forgot to bring him back. So we're gonna hit the college legend Culp for the first down, and we're gonna slip out of bounds. Could have got more yards here, but we're gonna hit college legend. And just like that, we're going to go ahead and see if we get a little closer, because I think we are really close to being a field goal range here. If they're going to bring some pressure, Ibuka. That is a dot. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have a walk-off touchdown. Yo, Baker, I'm sorry. You're definitely not going anywhere. That was a freaking dot, bro. And we're going to get out of here with a win. 8 seconds left. Not enough time. We're going to win 27-20. I mean, what a throw. I'll be talking about this one for a minute. What a throw. We're going to the divisional round of the NFC playoffs. What a game. All right, in the NFC Championship game, we're heading on the road to Lambeau Field to play the Green Bay Packers. So our first game on the road here, the game to go to the Super Bowl as well. So they're up 3-0. Not much from our offense yet. Obviously, we're down 10-0 heading into halftime. Oh, down 17-0. Looks like we do another interception. I didn't want to show the full 9 minutes of what just happened, but long story short, we lost to the Green Bay Packers. We tried to come back. It didn't end up working. I don't want to show that because that was probably some of the worst football I ever played. But I will say this. Baker Mayfield was not good in that game at all. So I think year number 3 has to be removed. Like, I tried. He was overthrowing everything. I mean, maybe we make it to the NFC Championship game is not what we want to do. And this is probably Vita Vea's last year, too. So that definitely sucks. That stings. But, yeah, we will be going into this offseason with a lot of question marks surrounding this team of what we're going to do. We're going to sim to the offseason, and then, I mean, maybe. So we have $80 million. Mike Evans retired as a Texan. I know somebody retired on our team. Vita Vea, get it out the way. No, he stayed. Thank goodness he stayed. Okay, so at least we got Mike Evans retiring on a Super Bowl. So I feel like Texans fans could respect that 100%, even if he doesn't come back. Him getting 2 rings is definitely pretty nice, but okay, players they negotiate. Bucky Irving is somebody I want back, obviously. Don't want to. He's going to test free agency. Well, a franchise tag will cost $15 million. Antoine Winfield Jr., somebody I don't want to lose either. I think he will stick around, though, so he'll get Winfield back. Damn, man, I really didn't expect Bucky Irving to decline us like that. But Ibuka, we're going to accept. Smith, Tyke Smith, we're going to re-sign him. Damn, man's going to test free agency as well? Why haven't we re-signed, though? These guys have an interest in coming back, but they literally are saying no to me. Elijah Kansley, okay. I'm starting to overpay because, man, okay, Jamel Dean should be, even if we do lose him, we have a lot of cornerback depth. I don't want to lose him, though. That's the thing. So, yeah, we'll give him a 2-year deal. Fine. He'll stick around. Godwin is down to a 79. So I think we have to move on. Arnold. So, yeah, we're going to move on most of these guys. Do you want to franchise tag Bucky Irving? I kind of think we have to. Like, honestly, if he might have a lot of interest heading into free agency. Like, what if the Lions replace him with, I don't know. I think you got franchise tags. If we free up any money, Baker Mayfield, man, the $28 million looking real nice right now. I'll franchise tag him, though. We'll franchise tag Bucky Irving over Tyke Smith. So Tyke would cost us, yeah, this is a no-brainer. So we'll franchise tag him. We'll have $5 million, but we'll look to bring in a safety, Tyke Smith or somebody else. So, I mean, like I said, we'll be only saving like $30 million if we do it anyway. So it's not that much money if he even moved on from him, but I think we might have to. So offensive line, I'm probably not going to mess with it. It's fine. We got Ibuka, Hunter. We need a receiver 3 in the building. Defensively, I'm so happy Vita Vea didn't retire. Kanzi. So we probably need an edge rusher next to him. I mean, Joshua Joseph, he was a starter last year, right? He might have been. I don't know. I'll figure it out. We're able to get a second round pick for Baker Mayfield, so we just absolutely fleeced the Steelers. They had interest in him, so we gave him to him. That's fine. So we traded him. At least got a pick for him. So there is like Roma Dunze here, which I think I want to get a better kicker. Like Cam Little in the playoffs would be so clutch. So I think we go after him. So if we can somehow land Roma Dunze and Tyke Smith this free agency period, I think this would be a W. So we're getting our receiver 3, Roma Dunze. He might not sign though. And then if we can get Tyke Smith back, which we can barely afford him, so offer him that, and yeah, hopefully Roma Dunze chooses us. I think he will. I'll restructure some contracts. I'll restructure like one contract to see if we can free up even more money. So Words to get free at 12 million. I think we do that, and then we go ahead and go all in for Roma Dunze. We need him to be our receiver 3, so all from a very low risk deal, and that should hopefully bring the guy home to me. Maybe not. Maybe he goes to Las Vegas. If he goes to Las Vegas, that'll suck because we're really wasting. We could sign somebody else. I think I will bring in Cam Little as well. So if all the 3 of these guys sign, that will come in so clutch, and we are gonna go ahead and get. Well, he did not sign. Well, he's still deciding. I'm not gonna lie. He still could come here. So, Dunze, I'll offer even more money, man. I am glad I desperately need you right now on this team. I don't have any other receivers, so I'm gonna completely overpay on Roma Dunze. But I think he should choose us now. Okay, we're number 1. Roma Dunze will come. Cam Little should sign sooner rather than later. So Zach Baldwin to the Bills, and then yeah, I'm fine with that. I needed him badly. I'm not gonna lie. So we offered him the money we could. Not only an overpay, in my opinion, I feel we offered him fair value. So we get a Dunze, a Buka, and Hunter together. We need a new quarterback, but that will be addressed in the draft with either our first or second round pick. We drafted a quarterback. Defensively, we probably want to draft the edge rusher just in case. So edge rusher and then a defensive tackle wouldn't be canceled. This defense is already pretty good. Everybody, the cornerbacks look good. Really, what we need is a quarterback, and that might be it. I'm not gonna lie. McCarthy here, if you want to go after something like that, but we don't have the money for that anymore anyway. So hopefully we can draft somebody. With there's definitely some good quarterback prospects out there. Take a look at like Underwood, CJ Carr, if we can get one of these guys right here. Luke is a day 5 pick, but I think if Bryce Underwood will fall, which I don't think he'll fall all the way to what we have, but maybe CJ Carr is who we draft. We'll see. All right, so unfortunately, the top 2 guys went off the board. Underwood went to the Cowboys, I guess, and CJ Carr went to the Panthers. Fine. But what do we got? So we got Dylan Raiola, Luke, and CJ Bailey. So Dylan Raiola, B to C, B to C. He doesn't look too good, I'm not going to lie. He doesn't look that great. Okay, Luke, on the other hand, 6'4" from Mississippi State. Okay, I mean, they're probably both going to be really mid. CJ Bailey, all in is 6'6". This guy's a monster. And he has A, deep accuracy, A, medium accuracy, B, short, B, under pressure. Okay. So, I mean, he looks pretty good. Throw power is good. The ratings definitely, key ratings look great. I'm not going to lie. He's had the best I've seen. He looks better than Luke and Raiola according to the ratings. So, but this guy is a strong arm. This guy's a scrambler. Got to make sure we hit on this pick here. So Raiola might be the best guy we have to take, though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we can pass up on Dylan Raiola here. I don't know. I kind of want to take CJ Bailey, man. He just looks really good. He's 6'6", dude. So CJ Bailey, welcome to Tampa Bay, bro. Please be hitting Dev. Okay, 122, ranked 30. He's hitting Dev. Okay, we'll have CJ Bailey as our starting quarterback. I don't know if him and Raiola was better. I don't know at all, but we'll just have to, run with the way it just goes, I guess. Then with this pick, Luke is still on the board, which is funny enough. But I think we'll be taking one of the edge rushers here. So Crawford might be the guy we take here, which we'll just take Crawford. So Crawford doesn't have a last name. Number 78 draft, Matt 50. He'll probably be the starting edge rusher next to what we have. Forgot who it was. And with our third round, we have another second round pick from the Mayfield trade, which we probably didn't even need, honestly. But at least we got something from it. So we did get Tyke Smith back, so we only need a safety. I mean, we could draft maybe a tight end. We do need a defensive tackle. So I'm going to be drafting Marquez Deal. He's going to be rated number 124. 62 will be hit in depth. So he'll probably be our defensive tackle 3 right away. And then with our third round pick, we could maybe draft some interior offensive line or whatever. I don't know. We got Desmond Williams here. Keep looking, I guess. Ethan O'Connor. So I guess I will be drafting myself a left tackle. So we'll see how good he is. Okay, he's hit in depth. Maybe he can start at guard for us if the other guy didn't develop as much as I wanted him to. All right, that'll be our draft. This will be the final season as well. So CJ Bailey, you got 1 year to bring a championship, Super Bowl home to Tampa Bay. We'll see if he can get this done. Overall offense, 89. Defense, I think it was 87. All right, whatever. CJ Bailey, 75 overall right off the bat. So can't get mad at that by any means. Got a backup left tackle, which is cool. And then, yeah, we added Roma Dunze to this team. Definitely we're not seeing Baker under center anymore, but did what we needed to do. Deal will be our defensive tackle 3. Crawford will start at edge rusher. So, yeah, I'm not mad at this by any means how things will be looking like. Specialists, our receivers, the Dunze slot. I'm going to put him at this. And then, yeah, okay, the slot. Or Nelson. We didn't draft this guy. No, I don't want to put a Will at. Never mind. I thought that was never mind. I thought that was the edge rusher we drafted. But I want, I guess, Joseph's playing that spot. Or, yeah, whatever. Okay. And then slot cornerback will be Jamal Dean. All right. So we'll run something like that. About Kim Franklin. Oh, okay. They'll be both playing, right? Hopefully Crawford's like at the starting spot. I don't even know, but okay, this will be how it's going to look like. And then, do we want to change the offensive playbook? I think I'll change the scheme. So West Coast zone run, I guess, honestly, would be our best system. I'm going to run vertical power run, and then we're going to run a base 3-4, not disguise 3-4. And then we'll probably change the defensive playbook. Our offense defense was pretty good last year. Maybe we don't need to change anything. But if we want to give the best thing to CJ Bailey, I think what I'm going to do is Chiefs playbook is usually pretty good in this game. The Giants playbook is usually pretty good. I think I'm going to run the New York Giants playbook. I'm going to see what a change can do for this team, and then I'll see you guys at the end of the season. CJ Bailey, hopefully you're good enough for us. Finish off 13-4, so I'm guessing CJ Bailey was great for us. So offensively, we're 7th in the NFL. Defensively, we were number 4. So defense was never the problem. 4,000 yards, 3 touchdowns, 13 picks from CJ Bailey. So great year. I still wanted to get Bucky Irving involved, and he definitely was still involved for us. The Giants playbook, it allows both passing and rushing at a high level. So 1,330 yards, 14 touchdowns from Roma Dunze, 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns from Mabuka, 860 yards and 5 touchdowns from Isaiah Hunter, and then Oscar Dell, Bucky Irving. Okay. Defensively, sacks-wise, we had a breakout year from Kalia Kancey. He had 16 sacks. That's great. 12.5 from Cam Franklin, 12.5 from Josephs. We had 7.5 from Vita Vea, 3 from Crawford. So, damn, he didn't even start, which is so annoying. I really thought he would start. 2 from Jeremiah Alexander, 2 from Little, 1 from Allen. Interceptions, we have 4 from Smith, 2 from Allen, 1 from Alexander, 1, 1, and 1. But in the wildcard round, we don't have anybody, so we obviously won our division and everything. So we'll see what our matchup is in the divisional round of the playoffs, and that matchup is going to be the Chicago Bears. So we'll see if we can take them down. All right, in the division round, I guess we got the Chicago Bears. We'll be playing in Tampa Bay for both of these playoff games. We're going to start off 7-0. 7-3, 7-6, 14-6. So great start from us, I'm not going to lie. They're going to get a field goal, whatever. So we're going to get a stop. They're going to go up 15-14 and 17-15. 3 minutes left. We're going to go ahead and win the football game. That's great. So 17-15. We're going to the NFC Championship game now. All right, we are back where we were last year in the NFC Championship game against the Green Bay Packers. So rematch of last year, and I want my revenge badly. I couldn't do nothing against this team. They absolutely dominated me. So we're up 7-0, and then we're up 14-0. Yep, okay, good start. 14-7, heading into halftime. We are going to go up 21-7. We're going to get a pick from Zama Kami. Dominate these guys. We're going to go up 28-14, and the game is over. Goodbye, Green Bay Packers. And just like that, we are going to the Super Bowl for the first time since Tom Brady. So CJ Bailey was the guy to get us over the hump, and we're going to the Super Bowl. Let's go. All right, we're officially in the Super Bowl. We got the Las Vegas Raiders with Fernando Mendoza. So I think 2 interceptions were just thrown, but okay, I don't know what's happening. It's turnover after turnover, I guess, in the first quarter, but we're now on 3-0. We throw a pick, and somehow we're still only down by 3 after all this. But 7-3, we're gonna get a stop on defense. They're gonna miss a field. So Chad Rollins on the Raiders now. And we're gonna win this game. I mean, what a weird game. I'm not gonna lie, but a win is a win, and we can't be mad at that. The Raiders lose another Super Bowl, and the Buccaneers are Super Bowl champions with C.J. Bailey winning a Super Bowl as a rookie. So love to see it. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'll let you guys watch the championship celebration. Have a great day or night, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.